everyone. Oh, you know what? I forgot to lower this a little bit from last meeting. There we go. That was probably a little noisy. Hi, everyone. How are you all? All right, let's scroll up. All right. Let's see. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Angie. Let's see. Swatchapalooza. I like it. I like it. Hi, Rosalind. Hello, Alyssa. Let's see. Michelle. Hi. Scroll down. Hi, Shell. Let's see. Tara Lynn. Hello. I'm not missing anyone. Hi, Kenny. Let's see. Hi, Boots. Rune, Alex, hello. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Megan. All right, well, we talked about before about how I have never actually finished a Kerby page, and that is still true because I still haven't finished my Space Helmet one. But I went through all my Kerby books because as much as I'd like to do a big two-page spread with you guys in 2-hour increments twice a week, it would literally take us like 6 months to finish. So I tried to find something that you know, we get done in a decent amount of time, that doesn't have a ton of detail. You know, actually on the other side of this is this one, and obviously you know that it's a 2-page spread, but this one I think would be cool to color someday. Anyway, but this is the one we're going to work on. I know that he repeats some of his images in his book, so I don't know if this image is in any other books, but for me, I got this one out of Colormorphia. I did, however, start another personal work in progress that I'm doing off stream. I remember I showed you guys briefly. I'm really going to try hard to finish this one, but this is where I'm at so far with this one. I'm pushing myself to finish a section before I take a break on it. That way, like, I don't get one of these flowers done and then try to remember what I did for, like, this flower or something. So this is what I have done on this one so far. Is Worlds? Gotcha. Gotcha. I looked in it. Some of them were just too detailed. I need to be able to do it on stream. Like, I choose pages for stream and I choose pages for on my own. And for choosing pages on stream, I have a certain criteria. You know, they need to be able to where I can practically get them done with you guys. And sometimes just the 2-page spreads are the ones that are just too busy. It's just too difficult. Oh, it's in Anamorphia. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ashley. What book is the poster from? This one is from World of Flowers. World of Flowers. And it's the 2-page spread in the back. On the other side is this one here, which just didn't appeal to me. But this one is in Johanna Basford's World of Flowers. Honestly, the tent is what drew me to it, is why I want to do it. But yeah, so this one I'm just doing on my own time. I'm actually using Farbins on this one. But yeah, hi Ariane. That's what I was thinking, Angie. I know a few of them, because I have Geomorphia too. Yeah, I think a few of them's books draw from it, but the link is in the description below. I don't think I've made a Nightbot link for yet. But I am going to use Faber-Castells on this one. Part of the choosing of that color is because, like, I've got my Castle Arts, my Pablos, and my Farbins all out for another project, and I didn't want to have to search for the right pencils, and I have not used my Faber-Castells recently, so. You can call that one done, I know, right? Like, well, I've done the tent, we're all good now. Or, you know, for posting it, I'll just like crop it down, like, really close. It's like, oh, look at this picture I finished. It's so amazing, it's all done. But yeah, I like how it's going so far. The thing of it is, sometimes I can see a picture and I like can see if I keep going in the direction that I'm going, it could look really cool. It's just a matter of me actually getting it done. But yeah, hi Megan. Hi Mona. All right. Oh, hi Melissa. Oh, nice, Alex. A close zooming crop. Exactly. Angles are everything, Rosalind. Angles are everything. Anyway, okay, so like I said, this one is out of my Colormorphia book. I think sky's the limit as far as what we can choose. But he's got a few other little things in here. So we've got like a little fish. Oh, there's a cell phone here. I didn't notice that before. Let's see. So what do we have here? We've got this little thing that looks like he escaped from Pac-Man. We've got a pumpkin. What is this? Any idea what this is? Yeah, it's definitely, her style has definitely changed over years. That one's got quite a bit to it. Like a little fairy here. This is like a little piggy poof. Like imagine one of those little fuzzy dolls with like a pig nose on him. Trying to give him blending tips. Nice. The same with this one. Maybe this is like a smaller version of this. You know, this reminds me of those soot sprites. Oh, it's a worm design he uses? Oh, okay. This reminds me of soot sprites from Totoro. A Kirby creature. Yeah. Oh, nice, Groon. This thing, I have no idea. It's like a squid thing. Another little fairy. Another little... So I guess there's really no way we have to color these, or nothing to really compare it to. So, how do we want to start this? You know what could be fun? Let me think for a second, because I hadn't really thought... Totally, Kurt. Well, that's good, Ashley. I may need your help to interpret some things on... Interpret. I actually have an idea. Okay, what if... Like, bear with me for this. Here's an idea. What if we start out... We create almost a little... Imagine, like, a curve a bit. Like, imagine there's a circle here. And everything outside this circle is, like, in black and white. And then we fade it into like, because this is so crazy busy, so like this is like simple up here, kind of black and white, like maybe this guy's a little black and white, maybe this thing's like half black and white, half color, and so we do like some black and white here, and then it transitions into color, like because there's so much going on here, like this could be the focus, you know, we got black and white, and then fade into color. That could be neat, right? The whole page is a fiddly bit. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Okay, yeah, I think so. That could be cool. All right, so let's start with Wizard of Oz effect. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Okay, yeah, that's cool. All right, so for grays and blacks then, Faber-Castell has cold grays and warm grays. I think we'll start with cold grays. So we're gonna grab our black. I mean, who knows? We may just get the black part done today. Black and white bird body and rainbow tail. Well, yeah, kind of that, but I want to make it like more like the Wizard of Oz kind of thing. So it's not like just, you know, black and white body and then suddenly this is all here. I want to do like a fade so it looks like it's transitioning from like a black and white movie to something in color. So, all right, we'll start with, we've got black. I don't think we'll need Payne's gray, but we will grab cold gray 6. Cold gray 4. We'll go ahead and grab cold gray 3. Hi, Rindy. And then cold gray 1. Okay. So this may be all we use for tonight. We'll see how far we go, but we're definitely going to start at the top of the bird's head. And like part of me kind of wants to draw a line where we're gonna go, but I don't want to leave a line I'm gonna have to work around. So let's see. Because then we could just, hi Allie, then we can really just go nuts on like rainbow colors, and all this stuff down here could be like any color we want, you know? Hi April. All right, so to begin with, we will start with the top of the bird. And I think we'll start adding in color like right around here. So I want to include the butterfly wings. So maybe we can go like here, curve it around where a black and white like kind of starts on the butterfly here, but then the rest here is color because that'll be a big pop. And then curve it around here. So I think that'll work. This little guy will probably be black and white. This Color Plan said, super fun to watch. Awesome, Grun. All right, let's get a nice zoom in here. Wow, this little camera is super bright, isn't it? Let's fix that. That's like whew, way bright. Like I adjust it before I hit live, and then just doesn't always agree. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Exposure was nutso. There we go. That's better. All right. Tilt this up just a little bit. All right. So let us start then. So one of the things that I have trouble with Kirby's is that a lot of his shapes aren't like open and shut. They're a lot of open-ended things. So you kind of have to like imagine where things are gonna go. So let's start. Let's just jump in. Start here. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Angie. Well, I hope this, like I said, I can visualize it in my head pretty well, but then, like, execution is a whole different story. I'm going to turn him this way because this is direction it's going to be going, and I need it to be comfortable for my wrist. But do little flicks and whatnot. Well, today's Monday. I'm sure you guys have all been asked a few times how your Christmas holidays and weekends were, so we'll switch gears. Anybody have any plans for New Year? We really don't. We got some, you know, Martinellis for the kids, but what pencils are we using for this pick? Yeah, no worries, Alex. We're using Faber-Castell. Rindy, I got this one from Colormorphia, but I forget who was, but they said that this is also in Anamorphia. So, you could try Colormorphia or Anamorphia. Oh, I'm sorry, Sherry. No fun to have rough days. Just gotta rewatch the blind stream. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. My kids thought that I showed them the picture in the morning because they were really curious to see it, and they just thought that was hilarious. Plan for New Year's is to get my COVID vaccine for work. Ah, that works, Ashley. Awesome. I don't know when we'll get ours. I know that we're pretty low on the priority list as far as who gets what. Well, if I can finish this page, which actually, like, doing this with you guys keeps me accountable to actually finish it. So this may be the first Kirby picture I'll ever actually follow through with. Jerry, knock knock. My fancy heels arrived, but the dress is delayed, so my outfit for Friday will equal fun had by all. Awesome. That's awesome. Who's there? Who's there, Rosalind? Who's there? Ah, there we go. Broken pencil. Okay, yeah. Broken pencil who? Rosalind? I call him the Pac-Man guy, right? Never mind, it's pointless. I like it, Ashley. I like it. I know where this one's going. I know where this one's going. So I'm just using black right now, by the way. I'm not using anything other. I know this one, Ashley. I know this one, but I'll let you do the punchline. Yep. Okay, do you guys want to hear my son's favorite knock-knock joke? I'm probably gonna butcher it. Keep in mind, he's young, and he's a little boy, and they think things are hilarious. Alright, so knock-knock. This one I'll actually wait for people to answer. Pennsylvania? Oh my gosh. Oh, Alex said, who's there? Europe. And for this one to make sense, you have to say it out loud. So it's knock knock, who's there? Europe. Hi, Teresa. which my son would say, hey, I'm not a poo. Because you're a poo. Get it? You're a poo? Anyway. You would not believe how many times he's tried to tell that joke. Like, so many times. He will call his Nana just to tell her knock-knock jokes like that. Yep, Rosalind, exactly, yeah. You like that, Ellie? Angie? The amount of poo jokes that happen having a little boy, it's pretty amazing. Okay, I'm gonna create a feather here because I feel like there should be one there. Oh man. See, I have another one, but like for it to work, maybe I should call Steve in here. For it to work, like you have to have somebody actually in here. I'm gonna have Steve come. I knock on the wall without yelling because our son's asleep now. But maybe he'll come. Because it'll work better if I'm actually, you know, have somebody in here. Steve, I need you here so I can do a knock-knock joke with you.
Okay.
Okay. Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cat.
Interrupting
Moo! What do you call a nosy pepper? Jalapeno business. Oh my god. Oh yeah, right, Mona? I know, I think of that song. Those are his two favorite. Those are his two favorite. Yeah, the amount of knock-knock jokes that happen in this household, it's a little ridiculous. Thanks, Sherry. It's kind of like Allie when my kids like ask something and I'll tell them Nunya, and they go, Nunya what? A Nunya business. Like, because they always ask me what's for dinner, but I never tell them because my son will automatically be like, I don't want that. If it's not macaroni and cheese or like something else, he'll automatically turn his nose up. So when they say, Mom, what's for dinner? I'll say Nunya, and they'll like, what? I'll say Nunya business. That's what's for dinner. Nunya business. Hi, Patricia. But we are still just using black for now. I know it's kind of boring, but we're gonna get to all the color when we get down there. Yeah, Steve's gotten a lot better with like trying new stuff. Like he didn't really even like apples when we first got together, but having the kids kind of encouraged him to you know, try other foods and whatnot, because it's like he felt like, how could he say, you know, how could he expect the kids to eat something if he wasn't willing to eat it, you know? William Shakespeare William Shakespeare chewed on his pencil so much that eventually he couldn't tell if it was to be or not. Rosalind? Oh my word. Yeah, it bothers me that he doesn't have, like, you see how I'm, like, connecting the lines, but he's just got, like, this? That bothers me. I think that's part of the reason why I struggle to color his stuff, because I like very clear-cut things, and when it's not, and I have to, like, interpret it myself, ugh, I find it so frustrating. What's the scariest movie to show a pencil? I don't know. What is the scariest movie to show a pencil eraser? Grim Reaper. Oh, Grim Reaper, yeah. Okay, Eraser is a movie, isn't it? I think so. Yeah. Waiting for my key to cool on it. Okay, maybe we should stop connecting it and just roll with what he's drawn here. Like I said, we're still just using black at the moment. Oh, Point Break. There you go. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? I don't know. Yeah, I've heard of it, Sherry. I don't know. Does it bother anyone else that his pictures are so, I don't know, are they abstract? Maybe that's what you call it. Like, I want things to match up. I like things nice and neat. Tentacles. Oh, tentacles. I gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the feathers for now. I'm gonna come back up here. We're gonna use a different color. Let's go ahead and use, actually, instead of Cold Gray 6, we're gonna jump into Cold Gray 4. I'm gonna turn the head again. Yeah, see, I don't really like things that are open to interpretation. I just be like, oh, that's a flower, okay. Oop, I went outside. Hi, Pamela. I like them abstract because then I don't have to color inside the lines. Ah, there you go, there you go. Well, and my style is so similar to Johanna's. I think that's probably why I enjoy her stuff so much. You know what I mean? Embrace the white, Emily. No! Wait, somebody asked about, oh, are they oil or, yeah, they're wax base. Yeah. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? See, my instinct too is to add like color for some of the shading, but since we're going for straight up black and white. Hi, Jennifer! Because he was outstanding in his field. Oh my god. You guys are great. Thanks, Kenny. Alright. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab, let's see, that was Cold Gray 4. We're gonna grab Cold Gray, what do I have here? 2? Yeah, 2 will be. Good night, Shell. Yes, get some sleep, hon. We're just gonna kind of go over all of these now. Not pressing super hard. Okay. Last one. What do you get from a pampered cow? I don't know. Here's a dad joke. What goes ha ha plonk? I don't know, Angie, what? Okay, let's see. Cold Gray 1 now. Oh. Okay, now we're gonna go back to spoiled milk. Oh my gosh. All right, Cold Gray 4 now. I want to darken this side just a bit. Did I miss it? Oh, a man laughing is. Oh my god. Angie! Oh, Lord. Okay, we're gonna make this a bit darker on this side. Okay, we're gonna get our black. That is a total dad joke. All right, let's see. That's $1.99. Okay. And then let's go ahead and grab. Thanks, Mona. What is this? This one was Cold Gray 4. I want to darken this a little bit. Okay. Then we're gonna grab. You did warn us. Let's see, Cold Gray 3. Pencil rolling all over the. Just doing black and white on the bird right now. Okay. Then we're gonna do, let's see, let's grab, for the beak, we're gonna grab Cold Gray 6. We're gonna turn this here. Okay. Here. Hi, Marilyn. Oh, awesome, Marilyn. Sounds fun. I'm sure I know some more jokes, but I can't think of them at the moment. My kids were here. They would be able to bust out with a ton of them. All right. Let's see. We're gonna use Cold Gray 3. Okay. And then we're gonna use Cold Gray 1. And I want, let's see. Awesome, Michael. I'm gonna grab our white here. And then this I want a little bit darker. But I know, right? All right, so Cold Gray 4. Darken this up a bit. Okay. A little darker here. All right, let's grab our black again. How do you make a sausage roll? Oh, I feel like I know this one. How do you make a sausage roll, Angie? Okay. Now we're gonna use our black again. Keep working with these feathers. Put it on top of a hill and give it a little push. Yes, that will do it. That will make a sausage roll. That's hilarious. Get that on top of Old Smoky song. Using this black. Right, I know. I don't know if that's copyright. Otherwise, I'd probably sing it right now. sing it really off key. What did the grape say when the elephant sat on it? Probably nothing, because it was all mushed into jam. Or maybe like, I need peanut butter now so I can make a sandwich. I don't know. Oh, nice, Allie. How do you like it? Are they that strict? Wait, what did I say? Is who that strict? Oh, for the copyright stuff? Oh yeah. Yeah. There's only things that are like public domain, things like Beethoven songs and whatnot, but if that song, I don't know when that song was made. I mean, I know it's been around forever. I don't know if it came out in the 50s, but the 50s is still like, think of it, I couldn't sing an Elvis song right now, you know? Just gave a little whine. There you go. But yeah, they are very strict about that. Nice, Boots. That sounds like fun. But yeah, things like, I mean, that's why Belinda plays Beethoven and stuff, because that's copyright free. But yeah, public domain songs, so, forget, there's some Christmas songs that are okay for some stuff, but yeah, a lot of like classical stuff is okay because of how long ago it was made, but yeah. Ooh, nice, Patty. The 20s, yeah. Yeah, it still would be. It still would be. Oh, sure, you could put it in there, but that doesn't do anything because at no point did you pay for the use of that song. I mean, because think of it that way. Think of it in the way like that Dance Monkey song. I love that song, and it's great, and my kids will play it over and over again. But I couldn't put it on here and then put like, oh, hey, this is by so-and-so, because it's still technically like using it. Basically, I probably could play it, but then it would demonetize the video, because what you're doing then is you're playing the song, and then even if you get 2 cents from ad revenue, you're still making money off that song. So you wouldn't be able to use that. Now, where I get my music from Epidemic Sound, where I pay a monthly fee to be able to use those songs. So I am technically paying the artist for the rights to use those songs. On Top of Old Smoky is public domain? That's funny. You know, I should be going under these feathers a little bit. Nice, Sherry. What did I get coloring-wise? Steve got me a small set of 3 blue Copics that I had on my wish list. It was in my stocking. That's why I did that Blue Girl of Christine Caron's new page. And then... Well, yeah, Boots, but here's the thing. It's not just... It's not like I could play the song and just hope that the artist never finds out. YouTube has a bot of sorts that will auto-flag your videos for any potentially copyright music. And if you get enough flags, then they can demonetize your video, which would be bad for someone who is monetized. So it's not just if the artist finds out. It's automated, and it can recognize if there's music on there. Hi, Della. Hi, Leslie. Hello, from Western Australia. Nice. It's the same thing with images too, which is why I'm always, pretty careful with, you can't, a lot of times, you can't just pull something off of Google and, use it in like a promo picture or something. You have to do like stock stuff, which is why a lot of my own images and stuff that I use for backgrounds is something that I've created. Right, Melissa? A little bit. Well, he won't once we start adding color. If I sang it really off key, then yeah, the bot probably, because honestly, the person who created, you know, like whatever the song odds are, they're not gonna see, you know, that I'm using it. And so if I sing it off key enough, then yes, it won't count. That, and there is a, there is a caveat for, parodies too. So like, if anybody's heard of the Holderness family, there's a workaround for parodies because you're not using the exact words of the song. Yeah, right, Melissa? Now, I need to make sure that I map out where I want the color to start. So, I'll probably leave this here. So it's going to be like, all right, let's do this here. Let's grab this one here. Okay, so zoom out here. I'm gonna create the curve where the color's where I'm gonna start fading into the color. Right, Patty? So you might not be able to see it, but I will. Okay. So it's gonna go there. The color will start to come in here. But I want only part of this butterfly, so here, here. Because it doesn't have to be an exact circle, so right about there is where the color is going to start to come in on the bird. There and there. Yeah. Want him to do it now. I know, right? Last video songs if there is commentary or some kind of transformative work done to the original. Yeah, exactly. No, Michael, we're actually going to do Think Wizard of Oz, where this part here is going to be black and white, and then it's going to fade into color. Wow, my hand looked really like, ooh, like creepy, like blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're going to start out black and white on top, and then I just made a line for where we're going to start using color, and then this will be just like boom, like super bright and colorful. So we're going to do kind of black and white on top, and then it's not going to be like a straight line across. It'll fade into it, but it should be cool. Well, Leslie, you can find this page in Anamorphia or Colormorphia. Because honestly, I think if we did mono black, that would get a little boring. Not that there's anything wrong with black and white, but... Okay, so now we know, like, I've got this. So we're going to use black here. All right, we're going to go here. Oh, thanks, Allie. Yeah, I'm hoping so, Michael. I can see it in my head, and I'm hoping that I can translate that well enough for the rest of the picture. He does kind of have some shadow lines already that we're going to follow. The funny thing is that the Holderness family uses epidemic sound too. Not when they're just doing song parodies, but when they're doing their regular videos too. There's a lot of songs that they use that I also use that I recognize, which is pretty funny. But if you like family-based parodies, they're pretty hilarious. We're just using black right now. Just sort of following. I'm gonna sharpen this though. Although if you do want to see monotone, I did that, those blue birds in monotone, so that's good. See, it's things like this, where here's the curve of it, but then he's got this shadow that just goes straight across. I don't know. This is why I can't color Kirby's pictures. I mean, I know I'm coloring it right now, but this is my own personal challenge because I've never actually finished one of his pages. Oh, nice, Patty. Yeah, I love them. They're hilarious. And it's probably because I can relate so much just because of my kids and stuff, but yeah. She got the wrong ones because she didn't know about art supplies like we all do. Oh, Allie, awesome. That's sweet. Aw, thanks, Kenny. That's the hope. I think it'll really start to come to life when we add all the color. You know what I mean? I feel like we're really kind of trucking along, though. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I've got my line. See, I've already lost track of my line. So my color line should be there. So I actually shouldn't do that much black right there. So hang on, I'm gonna erase what I just did here. Just right there. Okay, because that's when we're gonna start to bring in some of the color. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Kenny. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, then it'll go there. So I'm actually gonna start here so I don't go past it again. Yeah, it's a little jack-o'-lantern. There's so many like little random things. That's cute. Let's see. You know, I'm looking at this line here. I'm thinking we should cut it off there. See, I'm making adjustments as we go as far as, you know, where the black and white stops and where the color begins. Because we'll need to decide like what colors we're gonna add in there. I'm thinking we'll start with blue for that blend. Are you adding color to the caterpillar? No, I think the caterpillar will end up in the black and white section because it's going to curve around like this. So it will go, it's kind of like you'll get a little bit of black and white on this feather here. Then it'll come across here. We'll have a little bit of black and white and then green. And then I want a little bit of black and white on the butterfly. Oh yeah, there's a ton of like little random stuff all over it. It's pretty funny. Okay. So now we're gonna grab these six. No, let's jump in with number 4. Come back up here. Finish this part of him. Right, green, yellow. I could, but I mean, it would just throw off the balance of kind of like the curve for it. So yeah, we'll have to sacrifice and make for a little gray wormy worm, but we'll have plenty of color down underneath. He's an artistic sacrifice is what he is. Oh, Kerby, why can't you just make open and shut shapes? All your open-ended lines are driving me bonkers. Okay. All right. Thanks, Michael. All right, now let's go ahead and grab full gray 1. Go over all these feathers, over the whole thing. When you're coloring a lot of fine details, there's something oddly satisfying about just going over everything and not having to worry about staying in the little sections. Oh, awesome, Leslie. Okay. We need to add a little bit more darkness on this side, so we're gonna grab our black again. Now we're gonna grab our Cold Gray 6. No, I take it back. We're gonna use Cold Gray 4 here. Oh. One of my presents for Christmas for my son were 2 coloring books. One already I have, and the other one is Wildlife Wonders by Millie Murata, which is all animals. Oh, yeah. She also has a very unique drawing style. It takes me a little bit to wrap my head around her images, but they're really good. Did you see that picture that Chris Chang recently posted? I'm using Cold Gray 4 here, where she finished that peacock. She didn't even do all of the individual shapes on Millie Murata, and she just went over the whole thing. Mona. Yeah, and that's what I did on the Spaceman boots. Which one did you said? Wildlife Wonders. Do I have that one? A few Millie Murata books. I don't use them that often. I have Beautiful Birds and Treetop Treasures, and I have Curious Creatures is who I have for Millie Murata. All right, so now black. I'm gonna go darker under these little feathers here. Yeah, it's real pretty, Rindy. Then asked me if I have it. I do, but I told her a back copy is always helpful. Oh, how funny. Yes, extra copies are always helpful. Yeah, that's fair, Melissa. The kids are young enough. We haven't worried. They have their own money that they save, but this year we just had them focus on gifting gifts to each other. And we really had them think about, okay, well, what does the other person like? And like all this stuff. So it was good practice. For anything they give us, it's just like handmade stuff and whatnot. I have an extensive wish list on Amazon from which my husband shops. He works nice, so he likes it better that way. Yeah, Patty, that's what I gave Steve too. But I always keep it up anyway because all of our family lives out of town, and you know, if my parents want to get me something, or my mother-in-law usually asks for it, that way it's there. Oh, nice, Patty. Okay. Now we're gonna grab... Oh, nice, Boots. All right, Cold Gray 4. You guys can see here. Ordered my first set of polychromos, only 12, but wanted to see if I like them. The handmade gifts the best, last forever. Exactly, Michael. Exactly. I'm trying to see. I had her somewhere here. But yeah, they like to do little bracelets and stuff. But yeah, Michael, I did the same thing too. I got my first Faber-Castell were a 12 set. I will say though, I was using Prismacolors so much at the time that when I got them, as much as I liked them, I didn't really enjoy using them. That's partially because I was so used to Prismacolors. But now I can't hardly stand Prismacolors, and I would take Faber-Castell over Prismacolor any day. But that's also just because at the time I didn't really understand layering or really how to use anything other than a really soft leaded pencil. Perfect, Della. Oh, thanks, Patricia. The hand and paw print side on the bottom, it says never forgotten I put there too. Aw, that's sweet, Boots. Yeah, I'm going faster on this than I anticipated, which isn't bad. I like it. Hi, Trisha. Welcome. All right, now we're going to go ahead and grab Cold Gray 1. Maybe it's because we're doing such a simple... It'll probably slow down once we start choosing our brighter colors, you know? All right, so now we're going to use, like I said, Cold Gray 1. I'm sure I'm kind of stopping at that mark that I made for myself where we're going to start adding color. Almost finished my 4th. I still need to finish the one that Belinda sent me. I just haven't had time. But it's sitting here. My daughter's still plugging away on hers, though. I got her a small little Tinkerbell one she's really been enjoying. So she will bust it out at night and just, you know, get another row done. I feel like it's one of those things you'll just tick away on it and eventually you'll get it all done, you know? Okay, so I have this here. So we're going to add a little bit of black here, a little bit of black here. But we will be starting color right about there. If I ever got a tattoo, it would be of footprints of my dogs or a bass clef for the left, crest, and treble clef for the right. Nice! All right, I want to add a little bit more black here. A bit more definition. More here. Using black right now. Oh. Okay. Hi, Momo. Been lurking between sneezing and blowing my nose. Oh, allergies. Yep. Yeah, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. All right. I feel like this needs to be a little bit more defined here. When you're doing this black and white and it's a lot of neutral colors, sometimes you gotta kind of go back and forth to get kind of the look that you want, you know? A bit more definition in those feathers. Whereas Shannon, I hope she's feeling better than she was. Oh, was she not feeling well earlier? I was not around any streams today. We had a packed full day, but I saw that near the end of Tanya's that Mary had to go lay down. But yeah, I hope she's feeling better. Hi, Shannon. Shannon, how are you feeling? Were you not feeling well earlier today? Kind of out of touch today. Oh, twisting it. Twisting it. Oh, wait. Oh, that's copyright. I almost started singing. I think that's probably the hardest thing about copyright is not singing the random songs that pop into your head. Oh no, Shannon, I'm so sorry, hon. Are you gonna test it for it or just write it out or what's the plan? Also, can I do anything to help? How's Brian feeling? Does Brian have anything? Thanks, Kenny. Dang old 19. I'm so sorry, Shannon. All right. Number 4. Actually, I'm going to sharpen this real quick. And Shannon, if you're feeling rough, I don't want you to feel like you have to be here. I mean, sleep is good. Sleep is good, especially when you don't feel well. All right, so number 4. Yeah, we're all good here, Shannon. If you want to go rest, you don't. Yeah, what Kenny said. Gotta get you healthy. That's true. All right, we'll drink lots of water. Just rest, please. Honestly, the bird's looking a little bit like a statue. About there's where color's gonna start. Pull it in just a little bit. All right, well, hang in there, hon. All right, so now cold gray 1. We're gonna fill this all in. We're gonna use the black again. I'm in the zone now. You can see, like, we're making some serious progress here already. Excited. All right. Let's see. Let's zoom out a bit. We need to add more to these wings here. So we're gonna use cold gray 4. Thanks, Leslie. I think it's going to look even cooler once we start adding color. I missed this part here. Thanks, Melissa. Zoom out a bit. Part of me really wants to dive into the color, but then I wonder if I should do the rest. I think we'll set the black and white aside because I don't want to do just black and white all night. I want us to start getting a vision for what we're going to do. So now we're going to bust out with some blue. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to fade from black to color. Oh, awesome, Shannon. So let's start with Helio Blue Reddish. Okay, so Helio Blue Reddish. All right, and let's grab Middle Phthalo Blue. I can find it. Here we are, Middle Phthalo Blue. That's what I want. Middle Phthalo. Yeah, because we're going for like a pretty big difference. So. And then we're gonna grab light phthalo blue. Okay, I'm gonna sharpen this real quick. Really, Patty? Because we're still gonna be using our grays to kind of help blend it all together. So this is where we'll get a little bit more complicated. So we've gotten a little bit, I feel crummy, chills, feverish, headache, sore throat, mild coughing, elevated heart rate, blah, blah, blah. Aw, hun. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we've got a little bit of black here and a little bit here. So this is where we're gonna start in on the helio blue reddish, okay? We're gonna go over that black a little bit. I'm not gonna press real hard. I don't want, like I said, I don't want just like a line difference of color. We're gonna be fading this black into it. So we're gonna start out light. We want this to be nice and easy. Hi, kitty. I hear you meowing, but he just fed you. Like, you literally just ate a whole bowl of food. You don't need any more food. What is happening? Yes, can we get some hearts in chat for Shannon, our faithful mod? She is disgruntled at the level of food she received. Oh, what a nice kitty daddy. He gave in, gave her more.
Old lady.
She is an old lady kitty.
The cats. What about us?
I know, right? So we're going to lay down our color, and then we're going to be putting some more black on top of that to help with the transition. Because like I said, I don't want just a straight line. Right, Shannon? What you think, Steve?
Hmm?
I said, what you think?
Of what?
I don't know. You leaned over to look. I wasn't sure what you were looking at.
In the chat.
Ah, okay. Sleepy Steve. Early bedtime Steve. Okay, we're gonna fade some of this blue up in here just a little bit. Like, I know it looks like a stark line right now, but it won't in the end, I promise. Okay. Who made Wizard of Oz? I think Disney. Or MGM. Yeah, MGM. Okay, now we're going to use middle phthalo blue.
Phthalo.
Not phthalo!
Come on. Bye, chat.
Bye, Steve. Middle phthalo blue. It probably is Boots, but back then it wasn't. I always forget that Liza Minnelli is Judy Garland's daughter. All right. Now we're gonna go and do light phthalo blue. Who is it? Is it Belinda or Sammy that refers to like this, like the ugly stage? Like, don't trust what you see. It will look different when we're done. All right. Disney ate everything. Yeah, I also think you're very right on that one. Nice, Angie. Disney did a sequel called Return to Oz in the 80s. It was horrifically amazing. Yeah, I know that they made one. I haven't heard much about it. I don't think that that probably bodes well for it. We're also going to grab cream. We're going to add some yellow. Really just kind of give it that strong difference between black and white and color. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and grab... Alex. We're going to grab Cold Gray 4. Over the top here. Okay, we're trying to make that transition between black and white and color. I don't want it to look like we just drew a line, you know? Dorothy. I haven't heard of that one. In hindsight, I'm thinking I probably should have done the color first. Some black. We need to add a little bit of blue up on the petals, or not petals, feathers. Help with the transition a little bit. This is middle phthalo blue. That was black. Oh, nice, Shannon. Thanks, Angie. Okay, that's cold gray. Let's see. We need cold gray 4. That's good, Kenny. That's blue in, but we're making it a slow transition. All right, we need to get. Thanks, Sherry. Get some black. Oh, you're talking about the series. Never mind. Black in here. We need to make this a little bit black too. Like it, keep it consistent. Outside the line there a little bit, but I'll fix it later. All right, so let's now go ahead and grab our Helio Blue Reddish. This is probably going to be like the most difficult part of the whole page, is transitioning that black into blue. Hi, Joanna. Do you ever use a color wheel to help pick a palette beforehand? Well, I do keep a color wheel on hand all the time. Mostly because I chat about it with you guys all the time. I wouldn't say that I use a color wheel to pick my palette. I see my colors in the head a lot. But if you're ever struggling, complementary color is always great, especially for shading. If you need more help with the color wheel, I did an entire color theory course with accompanying worksheets. You can find them at emilyillustrator.com/downloads, or you can just go to, you can type !website and that'll pop up. But on it, I've got loads of worksheets that you can download and then follow along with it. Somebody actually tagged me today. They were going through the class. It was fun. But yeah, as far as choosing color palettes, I just I can visualize colors in a sense that I can kind of see it on the paper before I do it and see if it'll work or not. But like the color wheel is sort of muscle memory at this point. But it is really handy, especially when you're shading. You don't always need to use black. You can use, like red, shade green, that kind of thing. Yeah, color schemes on Pinterest, that's good too. Thanks, Shannon. Oh, all right. Now we're gonna grab. Yeah, Coloring Bliss is great. She's super talented. All right, so middle phthalo blue. Okay. I shouldn't have gone up that high. We're gonna erase that. Alright, we'll make it work. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Randy, it's really helpful. It was funny. Laura Rafferty and I were talking the other day, and we were talking about drawing. And, you know, it's pretty common knowledge that drawing people is not my strong suit. It's really not. Like, I'm working on it. I'm practicing. I'm trying to get better at it. But when it comes to proportions on people, I really struggle to get them in the right place. It's not something that I can visualize. Like, I can look at a drawing I'm doing and I can be like, this is what's wrong with it. Like, I know what's wrong with it, but I don't know how to fix it a lot of times because I can't visualize it in my head. It's like drawing hands. Hands are really hard for me to draw, and I just cannot visualize it, and I have a hard time wiring my brain to know what to do to fix it. But color is something that it just makes sense to me. Like, I can, usually when I'm working on something like this, like, I can see in my head the next 10 steps ahead, if that makes sense. But with drawing, I know my strengths and I have my ways. I'm using cream, by the way. I have my ways that I get things done, but I just have a hard time visualizing it. But with coloring, I can do it just fine. But drawing people, man, that's a huge challenge for me. Hi, Tammy. Right, Allie? A Christmas crow? He is not, Joanna. We are donezo with Christmas. We are doing a Kerby Rosanes picture, and the idea is we're going to be doing black and white, like up here, and then it's going to fade into color. I can visualize to a certain point. I bought some drawing books to learn to draw, and it's hard. I had to keep erasing. It was a very small cat. Yeah, that's why a lot of times I really enjoy drawing with my iPad because it's much cleaner and I don't have to end up ripping the paper. Okay, zoom back in. All right, Joanna. The best trick for... Oh, hi, Your Majesty. Welcome. The best trick for proportions is to mark dots for each angle on your reference, and then to trace those dots in your tracing paper with practice. You train your eyes to know the distance. I like that. I never really thought about the dots thing. You know, I was taught in, you know, because I was in, you know, college for art school, and of course we had to do drawing. You can see I was making marks in it. But, you know, they do your, you know, okay, draw your head shape, then draw your line, then draw that, cut that in half. Then cut that in half. Then cut that in half. This is where you draw your eyes. This is where you draw your nose. This is where you draw your mouth. But the problem is that leaves you with a very symmetrical, like, unless you can draw like a motion in the face, it's really hard to kind of break out of that, you know, deadpan staring off into space look. Which is kind of what I want to do. Kim, I did not. This is from Kerby Rosanes' Colormorphia. You can also find this page in his Anamorphia. But yeah, this was my challenge to actually finish a Kerby Rosanes page because I've never finished it. Are you ready? It was just a low craft store. $24 was $60. We play less for Prismacolors. Dang! Yeah, that's... Well, was that like... Oh, well, you're in Australia too. Because I could see something like that being marked up at like Hobby Lobby. Or Michael's, but then you can use that 40 or 50% off coupon. You know what I mean? Curtsy! I know, right? I'm using Helio blue reddish here. Bit more color on this. Trying to practice drawing ASL sign language. Oh my gosh, yes, that would be so hard. That's a heck of a practice though, man. If you can master sign language signs, drawing them, then yeah, you're gonna get hands are gonna, yeah, you'll get that soon. Okay, let's see. I feel like if I keep messing with it, I'm gonna fiddle with it too much. I do want to add a little bit more darkness here. Bring this blue down along the bottom. But yeah, color, I'm good with. I love color. But when I do my images, I really have to sit and think. All right, let's zoom out for a sec. All right, sweet. So we've got that blue faded in a little bit. So let's do, let's see. Let's keep working with our black and white. But this at least gives you an idea of how we're going to be fading into this. All right, so let's start over here and I just want to get our black stuff done so we don't have to keep going back and forth. Okay. Okay, so we're going to let Kerby help us with this, and we are going to follow along with his shading that he has going on here. Ah, when I was talking about drawing, yes. Let's see. Begun your first diamond painting. Nice, Joanna. Yeah, I saw you posted that video. Do you have plans for the background? Patty, I probably won't do a background. No, because the tail and everything is going to be so busy, and I don't want to detract from it. And if I did a background, I feel like I'd have to do, you know, part black and white, part color. And I think it would just be a bit much. So yeah, no background. We're just going to do the bird and all of its accoutrements. Let's see. This is going to stop right about there. So we're going to continue this and leave that part of the branch empty. Just using black right now. Angie? Momo, are you sure? Are you sure? Oh gosh, it's gonna take me a while to finish that other one. I haven't worked on it much more than when I showed you guys last time. Alright, so it'll be a little bit darker under him. I think we'll probably slow down progress once we get to the tail feathers. Go. Oh, nice, Joanna. I'm assuming it's of the dogs, right? I think I remember you mentioning something like that. Go. Oof, got under my eraser. There we go. All right, so this is gonna be in color. I'm gonna leave that space now because we're gonna add the brown and stuff for the branch. Help you with, oh, what I missed. Can anyone tell me what the secrets to monocoloring are? Honestly, you want to make sure you don't choose too many colors that are the same. So for instance, here, let me grab this real quick. Because monocoloring, it's really easy to lose your contrast since you're using a lot of the same ones. So like these were the colors that I initially picked out for it. So you have, this was our black. Okay. This is our cold gray 6. Okay. This is cold gray 4. This is cold gray 3. Because you think it would be as simple as just picking a bunch of colors that are right next to each other, but it's not exactly. That's 230. Let's see, is that 5? Yeah, okay, that's white there. Okay, so the problem with all these colors is, let's grab a... Here, drawing. Oh. Okay, we'll just use a gel pen here. You also have to take into account, yeah, it's just paper. You have to take into account your space, okay? So if we had a leaf that is this big and a leaf that is this big, you're obviously not going to want to choose the same amount of colors that you're going to use for this one as you do this one, because you don't have nearly enough room. I look at a Kerby Rosanes coloring books and so overwhelmed by the details. How do you guys approach coloring teeny spaces, or do you just do those areas as a wash, as one wash color? I will come back to that because I actually do have an answer for that. Let's see. I absolutely hate anything tedious and tiny. I tried cross-stitching, but couldn't do it either. So you wouldn't use all 5 of these colors in this one little leaf. You might use them in this bigger one, but you also have to take into consideration whether or not you're going to lose the contrast. Because if you just, it could just, the whole thing could end up looking gray or like a solid middle a solid middle, like blue color if you were just doing blues, okay? So for instance, I'll show you the difference. Let's do 2 of these same size leaves, okay? So for this one, okay, we're not going to do anything fancy. We're just going to kind of do a blend across. Okay, so there's our black. Now we're going to grab our other one. This is where we're using all of them, okay? So you can already see that almost half of this leaf is a dark color. I didn't use very much of that one. Now we're going to go for our third one here. Okay, now the nice thing about this is that you, as long as you're, blending your colors, it's not, you don't get a ton of harsh lines. Okay, so you have a nice even blend all the way across, right? Now you have to think, especially if you don't have this highlight, if you're doing a bunch of these leaves, then it's going to look sort of medium all the way across. But if you were to cut out, say, this one here, or not this one, sorry, this one here, just one of these grays, because these two are so similar, that's going to help you get a little bit less of a muddy look. Okay, so we're going to start with our black here. Okay, nice soft edge. Then you go ahead, rather than jumping in with this one here, you're going to move right to this one. So you don't necessarily have to use just 1 or 2 pencils then. No, not at all. I mean, when we have these large sets of pencils, I mean, you have all these different ranges of color. So what I'm doing here applies to something smaller also. Now, this is pretty different than this. So you have to look, okay, how are these two going to work together? So like this is 3, this one is 1. You could probably even go with 2 on this one if you wanted to. But you want to give yourself the ability to blend all the way through. Then you can come in with this one. Now the difference between this one and this one is you have a lighter space here and it's not so overwhelmingly dark. Now you can vary this when you're in a cluster of leaves or something. You can add a little bit more dark on one if they're overlapping or anything. But the key to doing mono is to not lose your contrast. You know how like when you take your photo into any kind of editing app that's on your phone and you have contrast and you drag it one way or you drag it the other. If you drag it like one direction, you get a lot of really dark darks and a lot of really light lights. If you drag it all the way to the other side, you get a lot of grays, essentially. You're kind of flattening that color. You want that nice middle ground where you have your nice darks, you have your nice light, and everything pops. If you're doing mono and you don't have that darkest dark and that lightest light to kind of bring the dimension to it, then your picture is just going to look flat. Back to your question about Kerby's pictures. So I do struggle with Kerby stuff and the little ones, but yes, a wash can work. So this is another Kerby one that I'm working on. And I did a watercolor background and kind of base here. And then I worked on building my colors up. So I did watercolor on the base here. And then I added pencil. I think I did Pablo's with this one. And if you're getting too overwhelmed with small spaces, rather than looking at the whole picture and just going, oh man, this is so much, give yourself like tunnel vision almost. We'll use the camera as an example. Okay, and just focus on one section. Just focus on the tree. Get the tree done. When you get the tree done, then you can be like, all right, I've got the tree done. Oh, hey, look, there's more tree. And then just focus on that and just get the tree done. When that tree's done, then you kind of zoom out your vision and be like, all right, what do I want to do next? Hey, a bunch of llamas. Just do the llamas. If you have a picture that has so many little bits in it, it is so easy to get overwhelmed by the entire page. So don't feel rushed. Take your time and focus on little bits at a time. Otherwise, yeah, if you look at the thing in a whole going, oh God, I'm never gonna finish this, then you'll stress yourself out and you'll probably never finish it. That being said, I've also never finished a Kerby page, which is why we are doing this now and I am forcing myself to finish. My problem is I get excited about working on a page. And then once I finish the parts I was excited about, then I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, you're not alone in that, Majesty. So I like the Johanna Basford books a lot, which are also highly detailed. But I've mentioned it before, she has a lot of open and closed shapes, you know, like it's very clear where the beginnings and where the ends are. So like I'm also working on this one here. And so honestly, last night when I was working on this, I just did this tent. After I was done with the tent, I just did these flowers. After I was done with that, I just did the bottom of the tent. And then I was like, okay, I feel like I can keep going tonight. Then I did the flowers. Like, and so I broke it up into bits and pieces. Will you be using a gel pen to add highlights or a bit of glitz and glam? Always, Michael. Always. But for Kerby's stuff, he doesn't have a lot of open and closed shapes. There's not a lot of clear, this is where it begins, this is where it ends. And that's where I struggle with his. All right, Cold Gray 4. So yeah, you are definitely not alone in that. So I want to make sure that I can leave room for that highlight here. So I'm not using a ton of 4. Yeah, exactly, Momo. Like when I have to sit and stare at a page and try and figure out what my next move is, that's when I really lose my momentum. And I'm just like, I guess so. And this is where it comes in handy to do a couple extra layers because I can see that this isn't as contrasty as I would like. So when I'm done with this first layer, I'm going to go back in with my black and I'm going to bring out some of those darks. Okay, now we're going to do number 3. Am I still in frame? Yes. Okay. I'll fill in some of these spaces. Yeah, I will definitely be coming back in with my black because this has gotten a little too muddied. And that's definitely a risk with monocoloring. But I will say, monocoloring really does help you practice your shading just because, you know, you're not, you know, thinking about all the different colors. Let's see. I agree. The art is beautiful and awe-inspiring, but sometimes I just want to color without it feeling like a chore. Coloring is supposed to be fun or it defeats the purpose. Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I have a whole folder full of work in progresses because I got the fun part done. And then I was just like, Kerby's books don't excite me. I only have 2 and I'm not going to buy anymore. I finished a few of his pages. Yeah, I have 3. I have Colormorphia, Worlds of Wonder, and Geomorphia. But like I said, I have yet to finish an actual page. I was told I had to color this page. I'd throw up. I dislike it that much. Oh no, Momo. Breaking into smaller chunks to complete a little bit at a time. Then fingers crossed, suddenly it's finished. Exactly. Kind of like that diamond painting. I feel like if I think about the whole thing, I'll never get it done. All right, we're going to go across this with the rest of this all the way through. La, la, la. And then we're going to go back in with that black. See, and you'll see too, even though I'm going over the whole thing, it's also making my blacks not as dark, which is why I definitely want to go back over it with the black. Can anyone recommend a good champagne gold gel pen, watercolor, or acrylic paint? Champagne gold. I don't know of any champagne gold gel pens, but watercolor paint for champagne is really good for the Arteza glitter gel pens. These are the colors they have for this one. Let me zoom out just a bit. So this is how these look on black paper. This is how they look on white paper. So champagne gold, I guess they don't really have a champagne gold either, but the gold here isn't like in your face kind of gold. It's definitely a bit of a toned down gold. But it's got all of these, an iridescent pink. You can see it's like pink and green. Hi, Michelle. There's ballerina pink, diamond white, but then like I said, this is what it looks like on black paper. But yeah. Deco markers make the most opaque and vibrant metallics without the green or yellowness of some golds. Oh, I haven't tried the deco markers. Also, don't forget, we have a Discord too where we talk about everything, not just coloring, but we've got all kinds of channels in there. So if you're familiar with Discord, it's a great way to keep the conversation going while we are not live. All right, black. Try to pop in there when I can. For those of you that are new, you know, I love doing all of the coloring thing, but like I also, so I have 2 small kids and I have a job as well. So a lot of times if you don't see me in other streams, I try to lurk. But if I don't ever like respond to something right away, I'm really busy all the time and I do my best to get back to them when I can. So if for some reason I don't comment or I don't like or something, please don't take it personally. I will do my best to see everything, but Sometimes life just gets a little busy, you know? Oh, nice, Shannon. Kurataki Gunsi has some great pearl watercolor paint. Starry Night has a lovely champagne color. Ooh, okay, there you go. Oh, that black in here. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. We are working on a Wizard of Oz style bird from Kerby Rosanes where he starts out black and white and he's going to fade into color. Hi, Michelle. Yes. Merry Christmas. Oh, nice, Tammy. Trying to use a color scheme from a Christmas card of the Three Wise Men using various levels of tans, browns, beiges, and different shades of gold. Oh, very cool, Patty. This feels like it's out of focus a little bit. Here we go. What kind of medium would you use to place confetti in the background so it sticks? How big is the confetti? Or I guess you're thinking like the little papers. Depending on, if it's the last thing you do, you could use Mod Podge, but you'd have to be careful depending on the paper because it could buckle. So I would very carefully paint on Mod Podge. Or, I mean, even Elmer's glue, honestly. It depends on what kind of cover you're wanting on it. Sorry, I was looking at chat and not coloring. Brainstorming, thinking. Okay. Yeah, the only thing is whatever adhesive you use, you just want to consider how much moisture is in it. Michelle, thank you. Can we get some hypes in chat for Michelle? It's funny, it showed up on screen before it showed up on chat. Usually it's the opposite of that. Get some hypes in chat, or you can use those handy dandy emotes. As soon as mine catch up, there we go. Sometimes when I open the emotes for the first time in OBS, like it's super slow. There we go. Thank you, Michelle. You're amazing. Oh, deco color, not deco. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. So what's a good oil color pencil that aren't extremely expensive? A lot of the pencils are wax-based, but if you're going for like scale of hardness on the pencil versus like soft one like Prismacolor, the Shapiro Farben are really good. Lear Rembrandt are really good. Yeah, what Sherry said, the Shapiro Farbens, I'm doing this one with the Shapiro Farbens, and I really like those. I need to get a case for those ones. They're still in their tin. They are oil-based. Okay, yeah, I couldn't quite remember. I knew there was one, but yeah, Shapiro Farbens. Okay, so black here. I'm gonna sharpen this because he's got a bunch of little bumps on him. I wanna... Faber-Castell, Shapiro Farben, and Brute Printer. I haven't tried the Brute Printer, but yeah, Shapiro Farben. I really like them. They're really soft. It's nice. And I can even use the Caran d'Ache, where do I have it? Blender on them, and it still smooths it out really nice. You can tell mine's teeny tiny. I gotta break out one of my new ones, but yeah. Shapiro Farben are real good. Okay, a little crease in his little caterpillar body. Someday you'll be in color, Mr. Caterpillar. Can you show that page you're doing with Shapiro Farben? Yeah. Yeah, I started this one just kind of on my own from Johanna Basford. This is about as far as I've gotten. I did the tent, pink flowers, the orange flowers, got some lavender flowers hanging down. Then the yellow flowers and the bush, and a lot of the little thing, I don't know if you can see it, I'm doing metallic gel pen. Yeah, you can see some of it kind of glows. Very nice, Kelly. But yeah, so I'm working on it. It's definitely going to be a slow work in progress. I'm going to do my best to finish it, but we'll see. We'll see. I may peter out when I start getting the little stuff, but like I said before, I'm trying not to look at it as a whole and just, you know, do little sections at a time. It is, yeah, it's from World of Flowers. It's on the back. The picture on the other side is this one here, but that one didn't appeal to me as much as this one did. I really liked the tent. Sip of water here. There we go. All right, now we're gonna grab the black. Sounds good, Alex. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Move my cup here. Move the sharpener. There we go. Mr. Wormy Worm. Feel the intense need to name every creature in the pictures that I colored. He is officially Mr. Wormy Worm. Maria Troll books. I believe I do. Yes, I have two. I have Nightfall and Twilight Garden. Yeah, Nightfall and Twilight Garden. They were a gift, actually, and now I feel bad. I can't remember who gifted them. Might have been gifted by the same person that gave me the Sugar Farbins. I'm trying to remember. They're okay. I mean, if I'm looking at my bookshelf, they're not the first thing I grab. I think I would definitely have to be in the mood for them. But my thing is, I have a lot of coloring books. I have some that I haven't even colored in. I'm not really like, I have a few. Create a list for all the creatures you name. I know, right? Metallics are known to clump and separate in general because they're big minerals. Watercolors made of super tiny particles. It's hard to get a good consistency, right? Like I have one shelf full of books and then I have a few stragglers, but books aren't really like, if I'm getting any more art supplies, I'm not really getting any more books. If there's something individual I want to get, I'll maybe get a PDF, like Christine Karen's stuff. If she releases something new I really like, I'll get that, but it has to be a specific page. So books really aren't on my priority list to get anymore, just because I literally have a bunch that I haven't colored in, you know what I mean? And I know we got Johanna's new book coming out in March, and I will be coloring that like crazy. There's definitely no shortage of things to color. So, yeah, I don't know. If I'm gonna spend any money on the coloring stuff, I definitely do it for art supplies instead. Which, I was able to use a little bit of Christmas money, and I got some new colors for Copics, and I've got a pretty good range of colors now, so we'll probably be doing a page with Copics in the future. Did the children get everything they wanted? Almost, Michelle. There were a few things that Santa really didn't want to get. But yes, they were very pleased with their Christmas morning. All right, Cold Gray 4. The theme for my son this year was trains and sharks. And this year my daughter is really into calico critters. So we've been slowly... There were some good deals on them for Black Friday, but I have plenty. Yeah, that is a cute caterpillar. He's a little bit cute. Yeah, until Johanna's notebook. Oh yeah, same thing here, Boots. Same thing here. Same about buying any more coloring books. I have plenty that I haven't even colored into. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just I need to, it's more of a thing too, like, why am I buying more if I haven't colored in these? So I need to, like, have a bit more discipline and be like, all right, I definitely need to color in these before I get anything else. It would have to be something really good. And that's the thing too, is I have very particular tastes when it comes to my coloring. I mean, everybody knows I love Johanna books, and I've really been into the Christine Karen and everything. Some of them I just like to have because they're just ridiculously good artists, like, you know, Kerby Rosanes, he's great, but as you can see, I struggled to color his stuff, but I love looking at his pictures. One of my splurges that I really enjoyed was The Ink House by Roy Dobner. That was really good. I love that, and it's a hardback. Although it's not technically a coloring book, but let's see. My theme was art supplies. Yep. Oh, I didn't know it was watercolor plus chalk. I like that. To hoard, exactly. My nephew and I would take Shark Week off to watch shark documentaries together. Oh, nice. We need a Hoarders Anonymous. I know, right? Let's see. Okay, Cold Gray 3. Well, it's funny. He really wanted these inflatable. I got him these inflatable sharks where you just blow it up. They're technically like pool toys, but he loves playing with them anyway, and they're about you know this long or so. And there's a few of them in the package, and he really wanted to take it outside because they were going for a walk. And at first, I was hesitant because they pop pretty easily. But I was just like, no, we have backups, and it's Christmas, so yeah, take it outside. First thing that he did, dragged it on the pavement. Came in 10 minutes later, Mommy, it's flat. It's like, well, what did you expect? Dragging your plastic inflatable shark on the pavement. I mean, Hi, Christy. I have Christmas books I never got to this year. Oh no, Joanna. The year of pencils and markers for me, exactly. All right, so Cold Gray 1 now. But like I said, I specifically got a package of backups, so not the end of the world. I'd rather he use them and enjoy them than worry about, whether or not he was going to pop them. Okay. I kind of like how he looks there. I think we're good. I tried that, Michael, but it was right on the seam of it, and it was right on the nose, and so it had to fold over, and I tried pinching it and putting multiple ones, but that poor thing looked so pathetic, just covered in duct tape, and yeah, he tossed that one to the side pretty quick. I was like, it's all right, we have backups. But yeah, I tried the duct tape. It was just, if it hadn't been on the seam, it might have been a little bit different, but... All right, so now since we have this done, let's go ahead and actually I want to add just a tiny bit more black. I'm just looking at that little. Could have also got an inflatable shark. Wouldn't wait for the pool, blow it up inside straight away. Oh yeah, definitely, Rosalind. Well, my daughter wanted inflatable crayons because she likes to pretend to color on the walls, and I knew that once she had one, once he saw that she had one, he would want something similar. And he's really into sharks right now, so we got the inflatable shark. Right, Kim? No, thanks, Michael. Obsessed with sharks and Harry Potter. We haven't done Harry Potter yet. The kids are still young enough. I would love to, but they're very sensitive to anything like negative at all. Like they do not like conflict, and I think that we'd get to the Dursleys and they would just be traumatized. So we're not there yet, but oh man, I'm counting the days. I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, so I'm grabbing Burnt Umber and Bister. And then after Bister, we're going to get Brown Ochre. Sharks rule! I know, right? Pencil hoarders unite. Blame Mary. Oh, that's so funny. My favorite memories of Christmas is the year my brother got me an inflatable tube for sliding. Used to sit in it to watch Sound of Music. Nice. Oh, man. I'm close, Rosalind. I'm close. Oh, they did? That's so funny. All right, so Burnt Umber now. Okay, we're definitely into the color section here, but now we just need to fade this into the black and white. Actually need to add a little bit of, what is this? Gold Gray 4. We're going to add a little bit on the side. There. Okay. Order for my grandniece nephew came with some bath time crayons. Nice! Alright, now Bister. You can let him see We Can Be Heroes Shark Boys in it. Oh, nice! Okay, let's so Bister. Bister. And then we're gonna grab, we are using Faber-Castell tonight, Kelly. All right, brown ochre. A little bit. I think we're gonna bring in the cream again. Okay, so we're gonna grab green, or not green. Is she doing the mono on this picture? Kim, we are doing mono, but blend to color. So it's gonna be gray up here, and then we're gonna fade it into color. So think Wizard of Oz. We did have a good Christmas, Christy. Yes, thank you for asking. It was very good. Everybody got what they wanted. Lots of time spent together. Just try refreshing, Della. I don't have any drop frames or anything. Okay, so cream now. I'm gonna fade that up into there. Okay, and now we're gonna grab burnt umber again. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Words are hard. Can we get an exclamation point words in chat, please? There we go. All right, and then Bister. Sounds good, Joanna. Thanks for being here. We will see you next time. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and grab Full Gray 4. We are gonna bring some of that gray on into here. The whole idea is to make a nice kind of seamless blend where it's fading into color and not just a flat line. Go. There you go. Words are hard. All right. Now we're going to do, what color do we want to do for this? I think we'll do green for this little rope. So we're going to grab deep cobalt green. Is that it? Yep. Ow. Finger got caught under pencil. Okay, deep cobalt green. And then we're going to grab emerald green. Let's see. Emerald green. Here, emerald green and light green. Exactly. It's all about the blend. Oh, awesome, Kim. Speaking of hoarding, I'm sick of my Prismacolors breaking and whittling down much faster than my pencils. Does anyone have any good wax-based alternatives they can vouch for? Well, that depends on your budget, because if your budget is a little bit higher, the Caran d'Ache Luminance are fantastic, and I feel like they are the quality Prismacolors always should have been, but are not. So those are great. Oh, goodness, Michael. Okay, yes, get some rest. Thanks so much for being here. But yeah, Black Widows, that's a good one too. Artesas, they're definitely not as... they're still soft, but they're not as soft as Prismacolors. I feel like Artesas are halfway between Faber-Castell and Prismacolors. All right, so deep cobalt green. And because we have a little bit of black here and some gray here, we're going to add just a little bit of that to, yeah, the Loomies. I believe they are, Allie, yes. Like, my instinct is to say that they're oil, but no, I believe they are wax-based. They're also gorgeous. Love the Pablos. So much. Okay, a little bit of that. Then we're going to use the emerald. Okay. Then we're going to grab the light green. Okay. And we're going to grab the deep cobalt green again. A little bit dark green going on there. There we go. We're gonna grab our cream. Oh, definitely, Angie. If they're in the budget, I feel like they are worth it. But I also know that they you know, are definitely on that higher price end, which makes them not a little less accessible. All right, we're gonna grab red violet. Add a little bit darker color there. All right, we're gonna grab our Cold Gray 4. Add a little bit of that up top there. Here. All right, let's zoom out, shall we? Looks gorgeous. I consider Artesia, but they don't have the same color variety as Prismacolors. That is true. Yeah, and when you get all of the Black Widows, there's 144 of them. With Colleen pencils? I am not familiar with those. I haven't tried them, no. Let's see. I think the light's just shining on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, the light was shining on that wing, so it made it look not as dark. You go away. Let's just lighten this. There we go. That gives you a little bit better of an idea how dark that is. Okay, how are we feeling about this? Sell their unwanted products. If yes, there's a place y'all sell them. Color with Claire has a site, but it's all UK. Yes, Color with Claire does. As far as US goes, though, I'm not entirely sure. Huge tangent. Has anyone heard of the Crayola will be doing the colored pencil equivalent of their world skin tone? I haven't heard them, no. But that'll be interesting. So we've added a little bit of color, so that gives us an idea of where we're going to be going from there. Allie, I'm feeling great about it. I love it. Oh, interesting, Majesty. Yeah, so we've got our bird. We've got this part here. I think it's going to look really cool. This, like, so from this part over and up is all going to be in black and white. And then basically from this down is all going to be color. So next time we should be able to finish off the black and white and really get started on a good chunk of the color. We may get this done in like 4 sessions. I feel like we made a ton of progress. I mean, I think it'll slow down once we start doing more color, but yeah, I feel like we got a ton done on this. Let's see. I think the thing with Caran d'Ache is they are artist grade and have great life fast rating. Important if you're selling your work, but not so much if coloring as a hobby. That is true. Thanks, Kenny. But yeah, I'm pleased with it. But it is 10:23. I think we'll go ahead and leave it here before we, you know, because we could dive into something else. But this, you know, honestly, this bird looks like an Angry Birds bird. But I think, I know, I always do that. I always say we, like I'm talking about us as a whole, and like, I don't know. You know, like when you're like talking to a business, like, we here at, you know, Toys R Us believe in, you know, I always say we. I default to, I think I've just worked too much retail in my past life. Sounds good, Mona, thanks. I love it, Roslyn, I love it. So yeah, we'll leave it here. We'll be live again on Friday, which will be New Year's Day, but we are still planning on streaming, okay? So between then and now, everyone have a great New Year's Eve. You know, a lot of us still are off work until after the first of the year. So, Angry Birds, I know, right? Whenever I talk to my family, I say we, and I always mean me and the cat. That's fair. I like that. We have 3 cats, so it'd be like we need to talk about cats as a conglomerate. But yeah, I think it's really going to pop when we do the tail feathers. I think this is going to look cool. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Yeah, I'll see you on Friday, okay? So stay healthy, stay safe. Oh, and Michelle, thank you for your super chat. Y'all amazing. Mods, thank you. Shannon, rest, honey. Rest, water. I'll check in on you, okay? All right, Kenny, thank you. And Steve, thank you too. I'll see you all on Friday, okay? Stay healthy, stay safe. I'll see you then. Bye.